don't have all the magical answers, gang. I don't. Okay? I do know this. The first thing you got to do is you got to work on your attitude. People make fun of you. Who cares? Okay? Somebody says it's not the right thing. Hey, you got to know it's the right thing in your heart. And you can only know that by using the products and getting people on the products and having them make comments back to you on how incredible this is. The only way you're going to know that is by being active and starting to make some money yourself and get someone else who starts making some money, and they come to you and say, you know something? I hated my job at IBM, and this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Thank you so much. You got to know that in your heart, gang. And you've got to commit yourself. You got to work on yourself every single day. And if you'll get up every morning and you'll work on your own self, because that's your biggest job in Herbalife, okay? You can conquer anything in your life if you want to, if you just keep working on yourself. There's going to be things that happen to you all day long that try to get you sidetracked. There's going to be people that tell you no, and you're going to get sidetracked. But you got one or two choices when you get sidetracked. You can either say, oh, poor, miserable me. Why does it always have to happen to me? And you can keep whining, and you can keep complaining, and you can keep being miserable, or you can say, I'm going to make the best out of it I possibly can, and go back and talk with more enthusiasm to the next person, just like you did. You know how enthusiastic you are when you make 10 sales? It's easy to be excited then, right? Here's when you got real leadership, is when 10 people have said no, and you don't feel good, and 5 of your people have dropped out on you, okay? And someone's making fun of you, and things aren't going right, and 2 straight weeks you've worked till midnight every single night, and the whole thing's falling apart on you. When you can pitch and get your attitude, I gotta say this one, and you faking it till you make it. By acting maybe mentally that it's gonna happen. By acting like your best presentation is gonna happen, like you just made 10 sales. That's when you got some true leaders. That's when you got some true leaders. That's when you got some true leaders. Having faith in the company, have faith in yourself, have faith in the products, have faith in us, because we're going to do the most unbelievable things you've ever seen in business history, okay? And the way I kind of see Herbalife someday in the future, okay, is kind of like, if you can imagine coffee and tea, okay, of hundreds and hundreds of years ago, okay? Nobody really thought coffee was going to be that big a deal and stuff like that. But today, what's the deal, okay? Even if you don't drink coffee, you have to have coffee in your house. And the reason you have to have coffee in your house is you want to be a good host, so that when people come over and say, well, what would you like to drink? They would say, well, I'd like to have some coffee. And it's kind of the way I see Herbalife. We're not that big yet, but someday when we get huge, you have to have Herbalife in your house.
Driving out for a weekend to LA to change my family's life, change my life, to start being able to pay off debt and everything, that's an easy choice. Like, what else would I be doing on a Saturday besides going out and hang out with beautiful people who want to learn how to help people and help themselves? Like, that's an easy choice. You should show up. If you're not showing up, it's very, very, very indicative on what you want, and it makes your health coach or your sponsor, your mentor, it gives them easy, it helps them recognize where your commitment level is. It helps people recognize, how much you want it. If you want it, this is what you should do. We're not going to be nice and let you say, oh, well, I got this and I got that. And so what? We're talking about 2 or 3 hours. If you need more time, wake up earlier. Go to sleep later. Get your time blocks in order so that you can fit in an STS on a Saturday. STS is done. But like 2, 3, you still got Long Beach. Go out. Take the wifey out. Take the hubby out. make it back to the house by the evening. We do that. But guess what? Your family will never be mad at you when you start bringing home a bigger check. And that's where the sacrifice got to come from, baby. You got to start doing this, maybe. Let's try to see what 6 months does. Everybody's check gonna be bigger in 6 months. It's guaranteed. So give it 6 months. I can't be at the house with the kids as much, baby. I'm sorry. But I gotta get this right now. So that we can have financial freedom. Because I'm working towards that. I've met people who've worked and done that. Like the vision is clear. And if you don't have your vision clear, get to these events. So you can see somebody that was just like you. We ain't talking about master degree people. We ain't talking about geniuses or something besides me. We talking about regular people who made the mistakes, who have families, who've done all the things you do, started the exact same place you were, and said, I want it, and then just did it. You ain't gotta do nothing new except follow the tracks. The people that you see in the nice cars, you be like, dang, I wonder what they do. Guess what they gonna do? What they gonna say if you say, hey, what do you do to drive that? They gonna be like, I work hard. But guess what? We got people right now that you know personally that make over $25,000 a month. And they wanna tell you how they did it. And they wanna show you how they did it. And if you show them that you're willing to do what it takes to get it, they'll take a lot of time out of their day to show you and tell you even more. So show up, or shut up. Nobody wants to force you to change your life. But we want to help you so we don't have these regrets. Any distributor who's been in the business for 9, 10 months, 8 months, I had people that I've signed up last year. They're gonna have to watch. And when will they say yes? When will you say yes if you're seeing this right now? How long did it take for you to say yes right now? When we start becoming yes men, like that movie Jim Carrey was in, we just start saying yes and doing stuff is gonna happen for you immediately. Because all you're gonna do is say yes to an opportunity. Whether it's an opportunity to get uncomfortable and face fear, whether it's an opportunity to just be in the right place at the right time, because that's what it is. It's not about going somewhere sometimes. Somebody invites you someplace. Sometimes you just gotta actually get there because what you're supposed to get is there. And we're not privy enough to be able to have it and assign or have the instruction and direction to say, hey, you should go there today. No. You gotta go off of the faith of saying that today's probably that day that I'm gonna meet that person or have that opportunity, and I gotta be prepared to take it, and I gotta be prepared to say yes and then do it, by any means.
Y'all wanna know how to make a lot of money? Yes, you can make a lot of money. You wanna know how? I'll tell you how. Here's how you make a lot of money. And coming from somebody who was homeless for 2.5 years to someone who never has to worry about income again, it's some pretty good advice that I'm gonna share. So you can either use it or not. So here's how you make a lot of money. Stop thinking about money. Because when you put money first, you forget the most important part. People, hearts, love, peace, happiness, joy. You forget you become a robot because you're focused on something that has no heart in it. Stop thinking about money if you want to make money. Make whatever you're thinking about much bigger than that. Money is the lowest, it's the lowest thing on the scale. Here's the right mindset. What is a gift that you have that by giving your gift, it will increase somebody's life. It will increase value in somebody's life. So whether that's singing, whether that's dancing, whether that's painting, whether that's being a personal, like you do personal development or public speaking or anything like that, what is your gift? Something that's tied to your heart, something that you absolutely love, that you would do for free. If you would like to make a lot of money, don't think about the money, because that makes you a heartless robot. And a body without a pulse is a robot. Think about, how can I take what's inside of me that I'm passionate about, give it to the world, and increase value in mankind? I know it's a different kind of, because you might watch TV and look at the magazines and they talk about money and jewelries and cars and all this stuff. I promise you, you can have every dollar in the world. You can have mansions, you can have cars, you can have the models and popping bottles, you can have all that stuff. But if you do not have yourself, you are a dying, walking corpse. The cemetery is not the only place we see dead people. Walk outside, you see all these people walking around with something that has died inside of them. What do you possess in your heart? Whatever that is, give that to the world.
Listen to me, you guys. When you get in your car and you drive home, you gotta be a greater person.